For the past 14 years, he's helped transform over 21,000 clients. He was the first one to popularize 30-minute fat loss workouts in El Paso and Las Cruces. He's changed the fitness industry in the U.S.-Mexico border. He's the trainer's trainer and has helped hundreds of fitness enthusiasts become trainers. Over the last 7 years, he's helped thousands of kids in need through his charitable contributions. He's the CEO of Raw Fitness, voted #1 gym by the City Magazine. He is the king of weight loss, a master in success mindset, transformation genius. He's the man on a mission to change 1 million lives by 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise and put your hands together for Mr. Octavio Urias.
All right, what's going on, my Raw family? Hope you're doing awesome. We're live and I have something amazing for you today. We're gonna talk about the right weight loss pills, the do's, the don'ts. If you wanna lose weight, I'm gonna teach you exactly what you need to do and what you need to avoid. And guess what? I'm gonna do it for free because I care about you and I want to help you reach your goals. I want you to win. So let me know when you're coming in here. Let me know if you're watching from work, from the toilet, if you're pooping. Let me know if you're at home. I want to know from you. You can post the comments. You can post questions. We're doing this live so that we can get to interact. By the way, I'm going to pick a person today. I'm going to give away a trip to Vegas. Vacation accommodation certificate. I'm going to pay for the hotel. You take care of the flight. All right? So if you want to go to Vegas, I need you to interact with me. Let me know, what mistakes have you done with weight loss before? What pills have you tried that didn't work? What pills you did try that did work? Whatever it is, today it's all about weight loss. Because guess what? Spring is upon us. Summer's right around the corner. And I want you to look the best in your swimsuit. All right? So I'm going to pick a lucky winner. One random person is going to win 3 days, 2 nights in Vegas. Okay? If you want to win, just let me know. Okay. Enough of the promotional stuff. Let's get down to business. Have you tried any weight loss pills? Have you tried any drastic measures because you've been stuck in a plateau? Maybe you were stuck at the same weight. Maybe you lost a little bit of weight and then you couldn't break that 200-pound barrier or that 170 or 150 or whatever that barrier was for you. You felt like there was a glass ceiling right above you. You couldn't go through it. So if that's the case, I want to know what you've tried. Did you try weight loss pills, fat burners? Did you try the keto diet? What have you tried? I'm going to tell you something that happened to me and one of our clients, one of our 6-week challengers in 2013. This is kind of an embarrassing confession, okay? Because I didn't want anybody to know about this. I was so embarrassed. I was just so ashamed. I felt so bad. Even though it wasn't directly my fault, I still felt like it was because I was the coach. So back in 2014, I remember perfectly. It was the fall of 2014. We had just moved into our big location at Osborne, on the west of El Paso. We moved there June 2014. This happened like around December. Or October, somewhere in the fall. And we had our 6-week challenge. And back then, our 6-week challenge was a bit different. We didn't focus on every single variable like we do now. Like now we control everything. But back then, we would focus on the workouts hardcore and we will focus on the meal plan hardcore. And we focus on mindset hardcore. But supplements was kind of like just out there. Like we would mention it, but we wouldn't really enforce it or take it that serious. So that's why I feel like it was my fault, even though it wasn't, because I didn't tell the challenger, hey, take these pills, right? But what happened was this challenger was probably not following the plan like she was supposed to. And she tried to make weight for the official weighing by taking some extreme diet pills, some extreme weight loss pills. So she took them the night before. This was a Wednesday. The weigh-ins were on Thursday. So she took them on Wednesday. I don't know how long she'd been taking them, but she wouldn't. What I found out is like she took them the day before, but she probably took them more than that. And what happened is on Thursday she came to work out. She wanted to push herself, but she took that weight loss pill. She didn't eat all the meals that we laid out for her, so her body was depleted because she wasn't focused the whole 6 weeks, right? She kind of wasted a few, or got comfortable in the beginning, and she tried to make up for the final weigh-in with weight loss pills. So guess what happens? The problem here was that most famous or those popular weight loss pills out there all they do is they dehydrate you, okay? They're diuretics. So just to make it super simple and not a big word, diuretics, but they pretty much make you lose a lot of water weight, okay? You lose a lot of water. Without water, you lose some important nutrients. You lose some electrolytes in your body. So guess what happened? After her workout, like in the middle of the workout, I was actually teaching that session back in the day. She like just dropped on the floor. She was white. Her thumb was like, she was like shaking. And we had to call an ambulance because it looked like she was about to pass out, or and the workout wasn't that bad, like to pass. I mean, it was intense, but it wasn't like to that point. But why did this happen? Because she was dehydrated. She took those diuretics, those weight loss pills. She had lost a lot of water. She had lost a lot of sodium, a lot of potassium. So guess what? Your body can't perform. So when you do that, you're gonna feel like shit. You're gonna feel horrible. You're gonna feel weak. You're gonna feel dizzy. You're gonna have headaches. And guess what? The number on the scale is not even showing that you're losing fat. You're losing nothing but water. And guess what's gonna happen when you take that water back in if you stop taking those pills? Your body is gonna store that water again, which is a good thing, by the way. You don't want that. So I felt so bad because she was trying to make weight, and back then we didn't really focus on covering supplements. We covered diet, training, and mindset. So now we take care of, in our 6-week challenge, now we tell you, take exactly this protein, nothing else. This is how much glutamine you take, nothing else. So now we went OCD control freak style. We like micromanaged the plan. So the plan is much better now. You know, the diet has been updated, the supplements, we go like to a T what you need to do. But back then, she didn't know, she didn't ask me, she was probably embarrassed. So she took those popular weight loss pills and she ended up in a worse place than she started. Why? Because she just lost water weight, and then she got sick. The ambulance and the firefighters had to show up. It was just a mess. Okay, so that's one of the things that I want to make sure that you don't make that mistake. See, most weight loss pills are diuretics. They're dehydrating you, which do nothing good for you. If you are trying to get fit, and not just weight loss, but you actually want to look toned, you want some muscle definition, dehydrating yourself does the whole opposite of this. Because when you lose those nutrients, your body's not in a place where it can work at its peak capacity. Your workouts are gonna suffer. Your life is gonna suffer because you're gonna feel horrible. And like, let me just, okay, I'm Papa Raw, right? They call me Papa Raw. I keep it raw and real, and I call people out, right? Even if they hate me or love me, it's okay. But I'll tell you the truth. Like, why the hell would you worry about some weight loss pills? Meanwhile, you're eating like a tub of ice cream as you watch TV and be lazy. Like, it just doesn't make sense, right? Why would you take weight loss pills and then just go to the gym when it feels good? Maybe once or twice a week. It doesn't make sense, right? So there's a place for supplements. However, rarely do weight loss pills are in a good supplement category, are in a good category for as far as supplements. Because again, all they do is dehydrate you and you lose water weight. So that's one of the big mistakes I don't want you to make, okay? I made that mistake with my team back then, that we didn't focus on supplements. We made that mistake. So now we control every single step as possible. I am a control freak. My team and I want to see our clients succeed. So we changed, we learned from that lesson, right? We learned from it. And now what we do is we laid out exactly what to eat. We've updated our 6-week challenge meal plan many times. We now have different options depending on if you want to lose more weight or if you don't want to lose that much weight but you want to tone up. So we laid out exactly how many ounces you're going to eat of this, what foods, what are the best carbs, what carbs to stay away from. Okay, supplements, let's not mess with those weight loss pills. So we're going to tell you, okay, exactly this amino acids, take 1 scoop before this or before that or during breakfast. Like, we literally keep the finger on the pulse because we want to make sure that if you're going to do our challenge, you're going to walk out of there successful and you're going to walk out of there proud of yourself and hooked, because we want you to continue. I don't want you to lose. Just, by the way, this is another of the don'ts. I don't want you to just go for 6 weeks and then quit. What's the point, right? If you're going to do something, then finish what you start and continue. What good is it to lose 20 pounds or 5% body fat in 6 weeks if you're gonna quit the plan and end up looking the same as you started or worse in another 6 weeks? No, this is your warm-up, this is your intro, But you gotta look at it as like, okay, if I really wanna be fit, if I wanna feel great, alive, full of energy, this is something that I'm gonna have to continue to do for the rest of my life. Maybe not as intense as that 6 week window of time, but you're gonna have to follow up with something, right? And that's why we have follow-up programs as well. But that's one of the mistakes I want you to do. Now, you might be wondering, well, now that you talk about which supplements are good and what you found that actually works, since we said weight loss pills are, I would say 9 out of 10. I would actually say 10 out of 10, but just because I haven't found an actual weight loss pill, a pill that's in a weight loss category, that's good, just because all they do is dehydrate you, right? But maybe we find something down the road. Anyway, usually the supplements that are on the weight loss or fast weight loss category are something to stay away from. Okay, what you want is actually not something that specifically promotes weight loss as on the label, but they will help you put your body in the state that weight loss comes natural. Okay, so what do I mean by that? By the way, we're doing this live, so if you have any questions, let me know. If you have any comments, we're doing this live so we can interact. Tell me, what diets have you tried before? What pills have you tried before? Did you succeed? Did you fail? How can I help you? Is this being helpful so far? I want to know what I can bring to you to make sure we crush those goals. By the way, don't forget, you interact with this. I'm going to pick a lucky winner. One lucky winner is going to win a prize, a trip to Vegas for 2 people. 3 days, 2 nights, hotel paid. You take care of the flight, I take care of the hotel. All you got to do is tell me. I want to pick a lucky winner that's interacting with us live. So, what diets have you done? What pills have you tried? How much weight have you lost? Are you succeeding? Do you have any tips for the audience? Maybe you, yes, go ahead. We have something?
There's a question.
What's the question?
¿Es lo mismo las píldoras para quemar grasa que píldoras para adelgazar?
No, no es lo mismo. Weight loss pills, so I'll say in both English and Spanish so everybody can understand. So weight loss pills and fat burning pills are not necessarily the same. Sometimes they put them in the same category, but they're not necessarily the same. I'll tell you exactly why. Las pastillas para perder peso contra las quemadoras de grasa muchas veces la ponen en la misma categoría, pero no es lo mismo. No es lo mismo. Las pastillas para perder de peso generalmente son diuréticos. Sustancia que te va a deshidratar, va a sacar todo el líquido posible y vas a perder minerales, vas a perder nutrientes importantes de tu cuerpo, por lo tanto es malísimo. En cambio, las pastillas para quemar grasa, si en verdad es una pastilla para quemar grasa, no pérdida de peso, es un termogénico. El termogénico lo que hace es que acelera la temperatura de tu cuerpo, acelera el metabolismo, te hace quemar más calorías. Muy, muy, muy diferente. Fat burning pills and weight loss pills totally different. Weight loss pill, usually, most of the time is going to be a diuretic. Dehydrates you, you lose water, you lose minerals, puts you in a horrible place, and you feel like shit. Fat loss pills are usually, if they are really a fat loss pill, it's a thermogenic. Thermogenic means that it's going to speed up your metabolism. It's going to increase your body's metabolism, your body's temperature, so that you can actually burn more calories. That's why sometimes with certain fat burners, you feel like you're hot or like you sweat a little bit more. That's the thermogenesis effect. But they're totally different. A lot of people see them as the same. They're totally different. Like we use thermogenics. We recommend thermogenics as opposed to weight loss pills, just because the thermogenic is increasing your metabolism, not necessarily dehydrating. Now be careful, because nowadays a lot of thermogenics, fat burners, add diuretics to it so that you feel like you're sweating more and you feel like you're losing more weight. But it's doing the same thing that the weight loss pill is doing. It's dehydrating you, which is the last thing you want if you want to be toned. Because for you to be toned, you're going to need to work out. For you to work out, get a good workout, you can't do that without proper hydration, without the proper minerals and electrolytes in your body. And if you're taking those pills that get rid of that, then that's you're just kind of like fighting yourself. You're just contradicting what you want your body to do. Okay, so that's why we with fat burners, we don't recommend fat burners that are heavier on diuretics. Matter of fact, right now we're developing one because we couldn't find exactly what we wanted. No diuretics in it, just thermogenesis effect. Okay, so stay tuned for that. But that's one of the things that we want to make sure we do. So the check mark would be here. Something to do is to look for Look for thermogenics, not the typical weight loss pill, which is gonna be all it's gonna do is dehydrate you, and your workouts are gonna suffer, your life is gonna suffer, you're gonna be feeling horrible, all to lose water, which sooner or later you're just gonna recuperate because your body needs that water. I mean, you know, we've all heard this since we were kids, right? Like 60% or 70% or 80, I don't know the exact number, you don't need to know the exact number, but they say 70% of your body's water, right? Oh, well, let me take away all the water so my body just becomes ineffective because I want to lose 2-3 pounds for tomorrow. Like, stupid. Just don't do that. Okay, do we have any more questions? We need to keep going. Okay, so I also said, okay, don't worry about any of this if you haven't tackled training and actual food, okay, and actual mindset. Because, okay, so let's just put this as one because you ask, but I would do the most important points. I'm gonna write them here for you. So you need, this would be for me, M&E would be the most important one. From personal experience, because, and what I mean by M&E is mindset and emotions. You need something, you need to be able to control your mindset and your emotions, not the other way around, okay? I say because of personal experience, right? So why by personal experience? Because I've tried many diets, I've tried many supplements, and I've tried many workout programs. But because of stress, because of life, things happen, right? Not everything goes according to plan. I would give in to temptation. I would give in, maybe I had a stressful day. Maybe I was emotional. Maybe I was disappointed one day. Maybe I was feeling weak. Mindset and emotions. So I wouldn't follow the plan. So it didn't matter how good the plan was if I'm not going to follow it in a consistent basis, right? So I would say the number one would be mindset and emotion. You need to be able to handle that. And that doesn't happen by accident. You need a program. You need something. You need to feed your mind so that you can train, you can reprogram your brain for success. See, your brain is here to protect you, to keep things the same, to keep you comfortable, right? We have a 2 million year old brain that's here to notice everything that is wrong, right? To keep you alive. So you need, if you're gonna be fighting that, you're not gonna succeed, right? You have that subconscious mind going on all day with all of your track record, all of your past failures, all of your past mistakes, all of your past frustrations, all the diets you've tried before and failed, all the DVDs and programs and Zumba and P90X and all the stuff you tried that didn't work, right? And it's telling you all day why you can't do it, right? So you need to control your mindset. You need to be able to reprogram your brain. I do have a program about that, so if you're interested in that, let me know, inbox me. Anyway, that's one. Number two, you're gonna need a training program, okay? Let's be honest. How far are you getting with just going to the gym on your own and hopping on a treadmill or an elliptical or just following whatever routine you found online or on Instagram? How's that working for you? You need something that's laid out, that's proven to work, and ideally, you need somebody on your ass to push you. Because you don't train, you're not gonna push as much on your own as if when you're with somebody else next to you and somebody's there, you have the pressure, you have the energy of that environment, and you have somebody there telling you, teaching you how to do it and saying, give me one more, give me two more, you got this, don't stop, let's go. Let's do it for your kids, right? Very, very, very different workout experience, okay? So you need a proven plan and you need someone to push you, right? Because we're humans. We're never gonna push ourselves as far as we would as when we're somebody else, right? When we're on our own, man, you know, maybe I stopped 2-3 reps short. Oh, maybe let me stop 5 minutes earlier, right? Whatever. You need a nutrition plan. Nutrition plan. Not just any nutrition plan. Here's the two major let me do this. Here's 3 major things your nutrition plan needs if you really want to succeed. Let's do this. 3 key components of a successful nutrition strategy. I hate the word diet. Let's not call it a diet, okay? Why? Just remember this. Your body, your brain, your subconscious don't want to do it. They don't want to diet. So don't call it diet. And actually, what I like to call it is a nutrition strategy, or I like to call it I eat according to my goals, to my priorities, not because of a diet. But anyway, you can call it whatever the hell you want. Let's just give you the three things, the three key components your meal plan, let's just say that, will need for you to succeed. And that's not 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm gonna give credit to my man Tim Grover. I learned this from him. It's all label number 1, because if you label 1, 2, 3, it seems like one is more important than the other. No, in this case, all of them are just as important. All of them are the same, because if you miss one of this, it won't work. Okay, it will not work. Okay, so first of all, if you want to lose weight, if you want to lose fat, you're gonna need a calorie deficit. Regardless of what you eat, if you don't hit a calorie deficit, you're not going to lose weight. Okay? By definition, some of you have told me, well, no, I tried counting my calories and I wasn't on a deficit and I didn't lose weight. You weren't in a calorie deficit. Okay? Calorie deficit. How do you do this? Okay? So imagine, let's do this. So imagine there's a scale here. Okay, and on one side you have the calories you consume, and on the other side you have the calories that you burn. Okay, it's a lot more complicated than that, the formula, because this is actually a moving target. As you start dieting and working out, your calorie set point changes. But just looking at a big picture, there's many variables here, but just covering the big picture, if you eat, let's say 3,000, or let's just say 2,000 calories. If you eat 2,000 calories and your body burns 2,000 calories, you stay the same. Okay? You don't gain weight, you don't lose weight. So for a calorie deficit, we need to tip the scale a little bit, okay? So that this one, we either bring it down, never mind, my bad. So we either increase the calories we use per day, or we decrease the calories we consume. Or, my favorite, a little bit of both, right? So we can create that effect and it doesn't feel that bad, okay? Because if you just do one, it's not as sustainable. It's better to not be so drastic on either, but do both. Work out, be active so you burn more, and cut back a little bit on the calories that you're eating. If you do both, you'll be more successful, you'll be better, and it's not gonna be that drastic, okay? So, again, this is a moving equation. But this is just the big picture, just so that it makes sense, just because we don't have all the time in the world here. Okay? Calorie deficit is going to be required. Now, we want it to be sustainable, right? So for it to be sustainable, it has to be sustainable, and you have to be able to comply with it, okay? Which is kind of the same thing, however you want to do it. So, this is why it's important that we use the foods that you like the most, okay? Now, I am a driven motherfucker, okay? Excuse the word, but that's what it is. I could eat this if I knew that this will get me to my goal, okay? Most likely, most people are not gonna do that, okay? So, that's why I always say, if you don't like tuna, because it smells like somebody's privates that didn't take a shower in a few days, or whatever reason you don't like tuna, then don't put tuna on your diet 7 days a week. That's kind of stupid, okay? It doesn't make sense, all right? Look for the foods. Okay, this is gonna be your protein source. Then look for the food that you can eat, that you can comply with long term, that you can make sustainable, that you could do more often, so that you stick with it. Because what's the point of following a diet to a T for 7 days and then falling off the wagon and binge eating for another 7 days or 7 months? No point, right? I've been there, you've been there. That's why I've learned. Now, by the way, this is the great thing about raw fitness. You don't have to learn. You don't have to figure things out on your own. We've been doing this for 15 years. We've messed up. We've done trial and error. We've spent literally hundreds of thousands of dollars on research experiments, so you don't have to. You can just steal 15 years from me, come to the 6-week challenge, and we'll give you everything you need, right? No guesswork. So look for the foods that you will be able to comply with and you can sustain 7 days, 7 weeks, 7 months, right? Let's say you love, I don't know, what's a food? What kind of food do you love that's a protein? Chicken. Let's say you love chicken. Then have at it. Chicken will be one of your main protein sources, right? I don't love chicken that much, right? But I don't care. If I have to eat it, I would eat this, right? But ideally, if I want to sustain it, I'm not gonna make every single meal of my plan chicken and lettuce, right? Because I would not like that. You probably wouldn't like that unless you love chicken, right? So that's not the point. So it has to be sustainable. You have to get the foods that you like at least 80 to 90% of the time, okay? If you're on our 6-week challenge and you've been cheating for 6 years, we expect you not to cheat for 6 weeks, okay? Let's just call it that. Some of you guys have been cheating forever since you left high school, and now you're worrying about a cheat meal. So don't worry about a cheat meal until we get close to your weight or your ideal weight. Then we go to a 80 to 90% of the time you're gonna eat those foods, and the rest of the time you can have some flexibility, right? I'm not telling you never eat ice cream again. I would be a hypocrite. I like ice cream. I love chocolate cake, right? But guess what? Most of the time, I eat the foods that I need to eat, right? And last one, let's see if you guys can guess this one. Let's see if anybody can guess what is the third key component of a successful nutrition strategy. Let's see if you can get it.
There's a question while they answer.
Leticia's
asking, what do you think about the keto diet?
Okay, what do I think about the keto diet? Here's the thing. If you can guess, what is this one right here? I've gone to over 2 key components of a successful nutrition strategy. If you can guess what I'm gonna say here, you win the trip to Vegas, okay? You win the trip to Vegas. Now, in the meantime, we had a question about a keto diet, right? Can you tell me the question again?
What do you think about the keto diet?
What do I think about the keto diet? Okay, hold on, let me just do this. Okay, what do I think about the keto diet? Why does it matter? What do you think of it? Is it the foods that you can sustain? Here's the thing, the keto diet won't work unless you have this in place, and the one I'm gonna cover, okay? It's the biggest trend right now nutrition-wise, the keto diet. It works, but guess what? Most diets work when you comply with them, okay? So it's not a magic formula, all right? Most diets, if they're a good enough diet, they'll work as long as you can follow it, as long as you're in a calorie deficit. Look, you can go keto all you want. If you're not in a calorie deficit, if you're eating more calories that you're burning, you're not gonna lose weight, you're actually gonna gain weight. Okay, I had a friend of mine gain weight doing the keto diet. I've had another friend of mine get super shredded with a keto diet. I've done, keto stands for ketosis, ketogenic. I've gone in ketosis and got shredded before too, okay? I've gotten ketosis without calorie deficit and got stuck, hit the same. So there's not one magic formula. What I want you to understand is there's many different paths to the same destination. So for example, let's say that you are carb intolerant. When you eat carbs, your joints hurt, you're swollen, you feel super sluggish, you get a lot of inflammation, then keto diet might be a wonderful option for you. Now, some people just like a lot of variety in their food, and the keto diet becomes a little bit too restrictive for them. Now, I can follow it, maybe you can follow it. I'm talking other people have hard time because they have to eat mainly fats, okay? So for you to be in ketosis, carbs have to be really low, as close as possible to non-existent. You have to have a high fat intake and a moderate protein intake. Not even a very high protein intake, but a moderate. So some people do great with it because they can comply. Some people, it's just not the type of food they like. So then that's where I say, let's not generalize. If you don't like tuna, don't eat tuna. If you love tuna, then go for the tuna, right? Total check mark. So ketosis is the way you get in ketosis is really that high fat. Again, just like we covered here, there's a whole lot more science and complexity behind it. But I try to simplify things as much as I can for you, and try to look at the big picture. So if you're carb intolerant, perfect. Also, what you're doing with the keto diet is you're pretty much making your body run off of fat. You're making your body use fat as energy instead of carbs or glycogen as energy, as opposed to in other conditions outside of ketosis. Your body adapts to anything, okay? Now, ketosis, did that answer your question? Do you want me to go further on that? By the way, you can win a trip to Vegas, 3 days, 2 nights, if you tell me what I'm gonna say here. What is my third one? What is my third number one? The 3 components of a successful nutrition strategy. If you guess that, you'll win the trip. Does anybody have it?
Reina is saying drink water.
Nope.
I'm sorry if I'm not saying this right. Masheida says sigue el plan y hacer ejercicio.
Seguir el plan y hacer ejercicio. Ya cubrimos seguir el plan aquí y ejercicio lo cubrimos anterior. Esto solamente en cuanto a nutrición.
Okay, those are the only 2.
Water, super important, right? You won't succeed with water. We talked about it for a long time before, how important it is. And if you're dehydrated, you're gonna have a very hard time performing, feeling good, or making any progress. So that's a given. But it would actually be kind of part of this, but it's not the complete answer. So if we don't have another answer in 3, 2, 1, then the price is up. Do we have an answer?
Nope.
No answer. Okay.
Somebody said,
What?
protein intake.
Yes, that. It's not the complete answer though.
They said it at the same time on Instagram.
But it's not the complete answer though.
Okay.
It is not the complete answer. Okay, nutrient-dense foods while hitting your macros, hitting your macronutrients. So, a lot of times we focus on macros, right? Macros are pretty much proteins, fats, and carbs, okay? And we've been talking about that forever. But very few people focus on micronutrients, okay? That's why I say nutrient-dense foods, okay? So, in this, it comes the protein, it comes the carbs, it comes the fats, it's gonna come the hydration, right? It's gonna have minerals, electrolytes, vitamins. So if you feed all of those right nutrients to your body, okay, so you gotta look beyond just, oh, this is a protein source. No, but am I really getting all the calcium I need? Am I getting all the vitamins I need? Am I getting enough potassium? Or am I cramping up in the workout, right? So it's not just protein, fats, and carbs. That's why I say hitting those macros, proteins, fats, and carbs, from nutrient-dense foods so you can hit your micronutrients, right? And you'll feel better, and something magical happens, right? I hate to use the word magical, but it's as close as I can describe it. Something magical happens when you give your body everything it needs. It just makes it so much easier. Not only do you feel better, not only do you think better, not only can you train better, you perform a lot better, but fat loss becomes easier. You start to lose more weight easily. You don't have to. You do have to still work hard. I don't want to say you don't have to work hard, but you don't have to work out just as hard as if you were deficient in some of these nutrients, right? So this is the main 3 things that I will look for in your meal plan. Are we getting the calories we need? Okay, not too high because we won't lose, not too low because then we wreck your metabolism and then you hit a plateau. Is it sustainable? Can you comply with it? Does it have some of the foods that you like, right? We need to adapt it like that as the best we can. And are you getting your macros and micros, not just one or the other? So unfortunately, nobody had the answer. I wanted to give you this trip, but you didn't want it bad enough. Anyway, we'll still give away the trip. All you gotta do is comment, like, share, interact with me. Let me know that you're here. Let me know where you're watching from. Work? Are you watching from home? Are you in El Paso? Are you somewhere else? Cruces in Mexico? Are you on the toilet? What's up? We have a question?
Reina is asking, how do you calculate your macro and micronutrients? Is it different for everyone?
Okay, so that is a great question. So that's gonna depend on what your calories are. So for example, if you start since I started talking today about our 6-week challenge, we don't sit down with everybody and say, okay, we're gonna hit exactly these calories. What we have is since we've been doing this for 15 years, we already have a structure and we know more or less where you're gonna have to be to lose the weight in that period of time. Now down the road, we might need to modify. And we also have a variety of foods, not just chicken and lettuce, or not just, you know, the just sweet potato diet, or just the onion soup, or all this bullshit, right? So we have a variety of foods that are easier to digest. They give you all of the nutrients, but really this depends. This is going to vary depending on your calories. So someone who's going to eat 1,800 calories versus 3,000 calories is going to have this different. It's usually the same as it scales, but it's going to look different as far as grams. It seems like that's the answer you're looking for, like a specific grams or calories. But we don't like to. Here, this is a double-edged sword, because here's the thing. While you don't want to just generalize, you can't just specialize either. Let me tell you why. So some people talk crap about certain plans because, like, oh, well, you have everybody do the same, but everybody's different, right? So they preach like, no, you need a custom thing, right? But I disagree with that to a certain degree, because guess what? Yes, we might have different ages, different genetics, but the most important thing here is principles, okay? Principles is the most important thing, okay? Yes, I might weigh a certain amount of weight, you might weigh a different amount of weight. You might be a certain age, I might be a certain age. Or my client that was passing out because he took those stupid weight loss pills that we never recommended, was doing those things versus those other things. Yes, but I find that the answer is somewhere in the middle, because while you can't generalize, you can actually generalize, because there's certain principles. No matter your race, your color, your age, your gender, if you hit a calorie deficit, you're gonna lose weight. If you add resistance training, it's gonna stimulate your muscles, it's gonna stimulate your metabolism. So that's gonna apply to every single one, right? Now, we can't just completely generalize, because there's certain specific scenarios, of course. So I like to be somewhere in here. I feel this is the best of both worlds. I feel this is an extreme, and this is an extreme. And theoretically, some of it kind of makes sense, but again, it doesn't, because we're all humans, and we all, the same principles apply to us. So, man, I'm embarrassed with that 2014 story. We were all freaking out. I was just there jumping with the mic and like training like the old days. And then I see somebody passing out now. And first I was excited, like, well, yeah, my workout was awesome. But then I find out, no, she took this ridiculous weight loss pills, these diuretics. She got dehydrated. And then she skipped her meals. So she lost all this water. She lost all this electrolytes, all these minerals. And her body just like couldn't handle it, right? So that's why I don't want you to make these mistakes that we covered here. And that's why I don't make those mistakes anymore. My team and I don't make those mistakes anymore. We've learned the lesson, and now we decided to become absolute CFs, control freaks. So now every single area we're gonna monitor, okay? So now we focus on the training, right? We focus on the dieting, which is a word I hate. We focus on mindset and emotions, right? We gotta get the right mindset. And we also put a lot of emphasis on the right supplements at the right time. See, that is another big thing. If you might want to write this down. Doing the right thing. Okay, so right thing, wrong time, it's gonna be painful. Okay, so some of these things you don't have to just know, okay, I need to do it this way. You have to do the right thing at the wrong time. For example, let's say the economy goes to shit and you sell your house. Is that the right thing to do, or is it the wrong time? Okay, if the market is great and I buy a house, well, I'm probably gonna overpay, right? So I'm doing the right thing, but I'm doing it at the wrong time, right? Now, if the economy goes to shit and your house is worth half of what it is today, and you sell your house, the right thing, right? Well, it would be right to sell your house, but if it was the right time. If it's the wrong time, you're gonna lose half of what you paid for it, right? So it's not just about knowing the right thing, but the wrong time. That's why with our 6-week challenge now, we control everything. You literally get into the program. This is what you eat. This is what supplements. 1 scoop of this, 2 scoops of that at this time. Your training is all with trainers. Everything is 100% trainer-led, okay? We're gonna be in your face, motivating you, teaching you the strategies, helping you reprogram that brain, and of course, everything is taken care of. Guess what happens when you have all of this handled? Results, baby! So here's my shameless plug on this live stream. I'm starting a 6-week challenge. It starts Friday or Saturday. So Friday or Saturday is the official weigh-ins. You get to choose what day. But registration ends Thursday. So what I want you to do is I want you to go to votedbestgym.com, votedbestgym.com, and register there. Schedule your free orientation. Come learn all the details. My team and I want to help you take care of all of this so that you can lose the most weight and the most body fat possible in 6 weeks. But wait, there's more. You know, just like an infomercial here. There's more, okay? You go through the program and you have the chance to earn the program for free, okay? For the 4-6 weeks, we do an exchange. You use my knowledge, my team, my expertise, everything we've figured out to lose the weight, and we use you to market our business. We're gonna share your transformation with the world. We're gonna share it on social media. So if that's a fair exchange, then we can work together. And what I want you to do again, the website is Voted Best Gym, and it's not just because we say so, votedbestgym.com, but it's because the last 2 years we've been voted the best gym, 2 years in a row. Why? Because we figure this stuff out. We figure this stuff out so that you don't have to. So go to votedbestgym.com. Let me help you. Let my team help you lose the 20 pounds or the 5% body fat in 6 weeks. And not just that, we want to help you beyond that. But right now I want you to focus 6 weeks. Give yourself that challenge. Let's see what you can do in 6 weeks. Let me prove you that you can do it. And then you can think what you want to do after those 6 weeks. We had another question there?
Not a question, but we have somebody that's a bit intimidated to join the 6 weeks challenge.
That is what?
Intimidated. Do you have something to say?
Oh my God. Do I have something to say? Of course I do have something to say. I do have something to say. I have a very personal story that happened to me. I was freaked out to join the gym when I started. I wasn't born, you know, Mr. Transformation or Mr. Fitness or all this stuff. I actually started with the worst genetics, nobody in my family into fitness, knowing nothing, and I was just that weak kid inside and out that was bullied, insecure, shy, couldn't even look at you in the eyes. I was like so embarrassed, so ashamed, so shy. I couldn't even talk to you. It was just horrible, right? And now I come to be this guy that doesn't shut up, right? That's just here talking like for 30 or 40 minutes to you and changing lives and helping people lose weight. The first time I went to the gym, it took me months to get there. And I finally built the courage to walk in, right? So I had no clue what to do because I was intimidated. I didn't know anything about fitness. So I just started copying. I said, well, let me copy what these guys or girls are doing. So I see these guys. First of all, I was intimidated and I hated it because I felt unimportant. Nobody greeted me. Nobody, you know, I was just there like, I felt like I didn't exist. Like I was just like a fly on the wall. Like just nobody paid attention to me, right? So I was like, well, let me copy, let me see what I can do here. So I see these guys on the bench press, right? On the bench, pressing the bar. And I say, well, that looks simple. I guess I can do that. Let me give that a try. And they had some plates on the barbells, right? But I saw that they started light and then they started to build up the weight. So I said, okay, well, I guess I'll start with a bar. That would be my warm-up. And then I add a plate or two. So I go there and say, okay, let's do it. I get onto the bar, right? I unrack the bar and I feel like, oh my God, I'm finally in the gym. I'm gonna get in awesome shape. And as I go to lower the barbell, just the empty barbell, okay? Just, it's light. It's not a lot, not even weight added to it, right? So I lower the bar to my chest. And then guess what's next? Now it's time to press it up, right? And do it all over again. I couldn't press it up. I was so weak. I couldn't even get the empty barbell without any weights on it off my chest, right? So I was just there stuck, starting to turn red, my eyes starting to pop. I started to turn all purple and shaky and the bar was like really close to my neck. I nearly killed myself. I had to yell, I had to scream, help, help, somebody come help me. So that somebody could come and help me take the barbell out of my chest/neck. And I was like all purple and in pain. But guess what? That wasn't the most painful thing. See, having the barbell here, the iron here, wasn't the most painful thing. It was just how painful it was, the embarrassment. I didn't want to go walk in that gym again anymore. But if I didn't walk in again and try to figure out and give myself another chance, I wouldn't be here today. Okay? So what I want you to do is know that I know the most intimidating stories because I lived them. And that's why I created Raw Fitness the opposite way. Where people feel important, where clients are not a number. Most of our trainers are gonna know your name, are gonna know you by name. Most of them are gonna know if you're in the 6-week challenge or if you're in a month-to-month or in what program you are. You're gonna be greeted with a high five. You're gonna be in a supportive environment, a high energy, fun environment. So I've created the opposite of the intimidating experience so that you don't have to go through that. Why? Because I lived it and I almost quit and I almost didn't go back. But I thank God I went back because I was able to transform myself and because I kept going to the gym. Not only did I change my life, I saved my life. Okay? And now I get to be helping you, impacting you, and impacting my team. And now I can do this. So what I want you to do is don't think about how intimidated you are or how scary it is. Think about what am I missing out because I haven't built the courage to walk in or to book that appointment or to take the first step. Just look at the first step first. What have you been missing out? I could not imagine my life if I didn't continue going to the gym because I would be a mess. To be honest, I wouldn't be here today. I would have committed suicide back then when I was really depressed and low. So don't think about how intimidating it is. By the way, Raw Fitness is not intimidating. We build it in a non-intimidating way, in a friendly way. We're gonna push you and motivate you. I don't want to mislead you there. We're definitely gonna push you, okay? But we're gonna welcome you, and we want to work with where you are. We want to know your goal. We want to know you by name. So don't think about what you're intimidated by. Think about what am I missing? What am I missing? It would have been one of my biggest regrets if I didn't go back in because I was intimidated. Okay, so I want you to come to any of our Raw Fitness locations. If you're intimidated, go to votedbestgym.com. You get enter your info. You'll get all the details, or you can call us. You can talk to our team. 915-219-4505. Or you can inbox me. You can DM me, and we can talk. Okay, but I want to help you. Please don't let that intimidation keep you away from living your best life, from looking and feeling your best. Okay, we got something else? We gotta go. It's already 1.
There's one more question.
One more question. All right, what's the question?
Well, it's actually 2.
Is what?
There's actually 2 questions. One is...
Okay, whoa. What's the question?
Terminé mis 6 semanas. ¿Hay un plan alimenticio para continuar?
¿Terminaste tus 6 semanas? ¿Hay un plan alimenticio para continuar? Sí y no. No te creas, claro que sí. Pero la pregunta es, no sé si es tiempo para cambiar ya. Depende de qué quieras hacer. ¿Quieres perder más peso? ¿O ya estás en el peso que quieres estar y quieres tonificar más? Depende de tu meta. Depende del plan. Muchas veces 6 semanas no es suficiente para que tu cuerpo se adapte. Todavía podrías seguir con ese plan antes de de que sea necesario el cambio. Pero realmente depende de tu meta. Entonces, dime, o como ya me voy a ir, dime o habla con alguien de nuestro equipo. Dinos si quieres perder más peso o si ya no quieres perder peso. De eso depende mucho el plan que te vamos a recomendar. ¿Okay? Porque queremos hacerlo algo específico a tu meta para que logres la meta. ¿Okay? Entonces, nomás haznos saber si quieres perder más peso o si ya nomás quieres tonificar. Y basada en esa respuesta te podemos decir.
La última
Siguiente pregunta y última porque nos vamos.
¿Por qué cuando hago el detox mi porcentaje de grasa sube?
¿Por qué cuando haces el detox tu porcentaje de grasa sube? Ok, el detox no lo debes hacer con la mentalidad de perder grasa ni perder peso. El detox simplemente te está limpiando, ¿ok? Y el detox, como comes puros carbohidratos, perdón, comes puras frutas, vegetales, almendras y no comes realmente nada de proteína, no es el plan ideal. Es algo, como te digo, solo para un par de días, 3 días para ponerte en el estado necesario que tu cuerpo funcione. Pero los resultados que veas con el detox realmente son irrelevantes. Ni son buenos ni son malos. En cuanto a la báscula, mucha gente pierde el peso. Gente baja grasa, gente sube grasa, pero no es un número real. Porque perdiste mucho líquido y perdiste, pues estás limpiando tus intestinos, estás yendo más al baño, pero la pérdida de peso real y la pérdida de grasa real realmente va a pasar después del detox. De hecho, el detox no es algo que debes hacer cada 6 semanas o cada 3 semanas. Veo mucha gente que lo usa mal. Es algo que debes hacer para limpiarte y luego debes comer de una manera que no necesites ya limpiarte. Entonces es algo que hacemos realmente nada más al inicio para ponerte en la posición adecuada para poder sobresalir, no para perder 2 o 3 más libras de grasa necesariamente, ¿ok? Gracias por estar conmigo hoy. Thank you, Raw Stars, for being with us today. I appreciate your time. I'm going to pick a lucky winner that interacts with this post. Like, comment, share. Let me know something. What can I help you? Tell me if this was helpful. I want to know. I want to know what I can do to help you reach your goals. So I'm going to pick a winner, lucky person randomly. That's going to give, it's going to get a trip to Vegas. All right? I'll talk to you guys next time.
Ay, qué tonto. La cámara se quedó sin... No sé por qué se quedó sin memoria, le puse la mía.